Doordash girl lied about everything. Today, yeah, I made a 40-minute reaction video, and I can't lie, my audio just was not recording, so I'm just annoyed, I can't lie. But the grind doesn't stop. We're gonna keep on posting daily, Monday to Friday. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So I found a shorter video which was basically the same topic about the Doordash girl. So I thought, let me react to this instead. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm still putting out a video every single day. Let's get it. So I don't know if you guys know. So the situation with the Doordash girl is, right, she was on TikTok, right? So like, for you guys who don't know, Doordash is like a delivery service where people order food essentially and people deliver it to them. So this Doordash girl, she was instructed to deliver food at the door. And basically she opened the door, and what did she see? She saw a naked, unconscious man who was drunk. And then she decided to record him and post him on TikTok. And yeah, she got cooked. She got cooked for it. Originally, people were on her side until they found out that she actually opened the door and manually opened up the door, even though the delivery instructions said keep it at the door. So yeah, and apparently she's facing up to 10 years in prison now. So yeah, not much talking from me. Let's get into the video and see what happens, man. Stay tuned. Let's go.
So Doordash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. They have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working, and they deactivated.
Guys, you see, one thing I don't understand is how people throw the term sexual assault around so loosely. Because it was proven that she didn't get sexually assaulted. The police came out with a statement saying that it wasn't sexual assault. And I feel like that does a disservice to actual victims of sexual assault. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like that is not a term you should be throwing around so loosely. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And even if you look at her energy and the vibes from the rest of this video, when you see her TikToks, it's given very performative. It's like she's doing all of this for TikTok. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know why you had to come here and bring everything on TikTok, in the sense that she fully recorded them naked and posted it on TikTok. Even if you were in the right, which I'm not saying that you weren't in the right. Like, you could have been in the right. However, the fact that you recorded them naked and posted it on TikTok, you've cooked yourself. No matter, even if you're right, if you're wrong, whatever, you're still going to get in trouble for that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Recording somebody and posting them on TikTok naked is very crazy. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble. You can get yourself charges and stuff like that. So now I won't be surprised if Doordash has removed her, if she's banned from TikTok, etc, etc. It's not something that you could be doing so lightly.
You guys remember the viral Doordash girl from about a month ago who claimed to be essayed while doing a delivery? She stated that as she walked up to the door to make the delivery as instructed by the person ordering food, she noticed that the guy was on the couch, seemingly passed out while he had his pants down to his ankles. Now in the video, it stated that a man named Austin orders Doordash, selects the option to have the order left at the door, sees his Doordasher, me, has a female name, falls asleep on the couch with his pants down and the door wide open. Now where the woman messed up is not only did she put his name out there, but she also put his address and what his home.
Yeah, I can't lie. Like you can't be putting his full name and accusing him of something like that without him being actually charged first. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because he could sue you for defamation. He could sue you for so many different things. It's just not a fun situation to be in. You should go to the authorities and work with them first before you even post about the situation. And fair enough, you want to post about the situation, that's fine too. However, keep his name out of it for legal reasons. And also, don't post him naked online. I don't know in what world you thought that was a good idea.
Looked like. Also, the fact that he was naked, she displayed that online, and that's wrong. And not just wrong from a moral standpoint, but literally illegal. And that's why today she is locked up somewhere, because she has recently been arrested after getting hit with 2 felony charges: unlawful surveillance and dissemination of surveillance images. Now, reports say that according to authorities, the woman's story did not align with the evidence, while what began as a call for justice has escalated to a criminal case. Internet users are still grappling to understand the twist in this story. It goes on to say, according to the police account, the suspect, a 23-year-old woman named Levi Rose Henderson, visited a customer's address on October 12th to deliver food in a contactless drop-off manner. However, she proceeded to open the closed entrance door and went inside. She found the customer asleep on the couch wearing his trousers down. She recorded the incident, but later posted the blurred footage of the act on TikTok, claiming she was sexually assaulted. Now, this would contradict everything that she said in the beginning, and a lot of us, myself included, fell for the okie doke. Hell, I remember there was a video where somebody actually went to the guy's house, and then they took pictures of the house, and there was no Ring camera there. But the report and the accounts from the officers are saying otherwise. However, footage from the Ring camera revealed that the customer did not invite her in.
Damn. This is where she cooked herself. I can't lie. They found Ring camera footage of her inviting herself inside the property. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Which kind of cooks yourself. This could have all been avoided if you had just went to the authorities and not posted anything online. Because guys, your words have weight. You can't go online fully accusing somebody of this, that, whilst posting them naked online. The thing that cooked her the most was posting him naked online. You can't do that, man. No matter what the situation is, you can't post somebody naked online, especially on a social media platform like TikTok. You are just cooking yourself. Yeah, that was not the move. That was not the move. To be honest, even if he did have ill intentions and stuff, everything gets like disregarded because first of all, you can't even prove his intention. Legally, you can't prove his intention. I'm not saying he didn't have malicious intentions. He could have 100% had malicious intentions. However, the way that you've gone about it, you moved the spotlight away from him and you put it on yourself. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Side. The detectives later determined that he was not intentionally exposing himself, nor was there any evidence of sexual assault. On November 10th, she was arrested for charges related to 2 Class E felonies, unlawful surveillance, as well as the dissemination of unlawful surveillance images. That just means distributing the images that were taken during the unlawful surveillance, so the video online. Now, these aren't just some light charges that are like community service slap on the wrist. Each of these charges apparently have up to 4 years of prison tied to them.
Can't lie, so she could be facing 8 years in prison. I don't think she's gonna get 8 years in prison. However, she could do some time. I assume that she'll be doing a very minimal time, or doing something like community service, or be on probation. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think they'll let her off as long as she's not done this before. But if she's a repeat offender, she's done. She's done. She's getting 8 years in prison. I can't lie.
Which I ain't gonna lie, at that point, I'm snitching. It don't even matter if it's something snitch worthy. I'm finding something to snitch on. 8 years in prison is absolutely insane. Now, if you got your bingo cards out, the report states that she
8 years in prison is insane.
Did illegally enter this man's dwelling and take pictures of him while he was in a vulnerable state. So if you had your money down for she did a B&E and broke into his house, then hey, you get the money. Now I have to wait and see if the Ring camera footage actually does come out, if she actually gets hit with these charges. But I believe that there are 2 things about this situation that are extremely interesting. The ability to galvanize the internet about your story, about your plight, about your issue is extremely powerful. I know a lot of people gravitated towards this story for a lot of the reasons why a lot of people would gather towards this story. Young white girl, damsel in distress, playing on the heartstrings of victims in the past. I think my biggest takeaway from this situation is that there is a continuous misinformation and disinformation loop that exists on the internet. Now, as it seems right now, she herself is the start of the disinformation loop. But at this point in 2020,
I kind of agree. Depending on whose perspective you see, you can be on one person's side or the other person's side. That's why it's also very important for you to have all the information, all sides of the story. Because if you just looked at the Doordash's side of the story, if you looked at the Doordash's girl's side of the story, you would 100% think she's 100% in the right for the whole thing. However, once you start looking at both sides of the story, all the evidence, then you kind of see her story starts to crack, for example. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Certain things don't add up. There's certain inconsistencies there. And that's why it's very important to get the full side of the picture. But even if she was in the right, she messed up by recording a guy naked in his own room. That's where she messed up, in my opinion. She could have went about the situation way better. And I believe that if she went about the situation in a different way, she will not be arrested. She will not be charged. None of this would have happened.
all we have to live off of are videos. We can't take words seriously anymore. And even those videos can be, corrupted and distorted. Now, look, I'm not saying that I'm above the madness. I too jump into the fire like the rest of the crowd. But throughout this whole cycle, it was interesting seeing how many people were ready to jump out on a ledge, put out a cropped image, say that something that existed that actually didn't exist existed in order to spin their narrative about this young girl and her situation. The sad part about it is,
Yeah, I can't lie. Guys were photoshopping the door being actually closed when there was no proof from any of the videos that the door was closed. But based on what the police officers have said, through the Ring footage, the door was apparently not opened. However, guys started lying and trying to crop it, making the door look closed, and said that she actually posted the door closed, but she deleted the footage for it, which was just false. Guys, don't fake stuff so that people can believe your narrative. Don't fake stuff for your narrative. It's just weird, man, honestly. Especially when the law is involved. This is legal issues. It's not something I recommend you guys should be doing.
It's actually so easy to be deceived on this internet, and it's even more harder to find the truth. This generation is supposed to have access to information fast, but that doesn't always mean that it's good. And it also doesn't help when even the creator themselves is saying stuff that has holes in it, flaws in it, doesn't line up with this, that, and the third story. It makes it to where even in the follow-up videos, you have to question what they're saying.
I have obtained irrefutable proof that the door was already wide open when I arrived to the customer's house. But due to its importance, I cannot post that proof at this time.
Now, I know everybody's looking to jump and pile on this woman, and hey, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you, rightfully so. Because in a lot of her videos, she does say some things that are out of pocket and crazy.
I was kicked out of this apartment.
She looks kind of mentally unstable. Looking at this footage right here. Yeah, I just know she's kind of mentally unstable. And I've been seeing some of her clips as well. She's screaming at the top of her lungs. She's not helping. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, people can see your other clips and footage and judge your character off that. I'm not saying that's a good thing to do, but that's a thing. That's human nature. That's something that people would do. So you're not helping yourself by, screaming multiple times in all your clips, acting crazy, complaining how you're always the victim in every single one of your videos. Guys are just going to be like, wait, there's no way she's always the victim. She must be the issue. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it just doesn't help your case.
6 months ago. Nobody is currently living in it. How did I get in? That's a secret I'll never tell. I just want to say that a fucking MILF just dropped off my McDonald's. Thank you, Sue. You have my address. Come back sometime. Come back when your shift's over.
Now, about this situation, whether you're on the winning side, the losing side, or you just stayed neutral, what is very interesting to me is that there was a lot of misinformation and disinformation about the situation. I saw a bunch of random tweets popping up on the timeline claiming that they knew the guy in the house and that he does have a Ring doorbell camera and that they knew to talk to the guy. They talked to the actual man in question. And let's not forget about the slew of videos that came out surrounding the situation depicting there being some sort of a Ring camera doorbell, door knock-in type situation going on.
There is Ring footage from the Doordash video. Watch. Okay, so if you somehow haven't heard the news by now, allegedly people on the internet claim
What is this clickbait, man?
that the man on his couch in his own house has Ring camera footage of the whole situation going on, which has people outraged.
That's AI.
But
That's
probably
all AI.
the craziest thing about this whole situation is everybody keeps flip-flopping on whose side they're actually on. Personally, I did the same thing. First I was defending her, then I wasn't, then I was again, and I'm just all over the place. Now I've done a lot.
Yeah, Connor, there's so much misinformation and disinformation. First I was on the side, then I wasn't, then I was, then I wasn't. I was actually getting confused a lot.
Lot of research about this and I actually couldn't find the footage anywhere or the man talking about where the footage is. Now this could just be another thing where the internet just spreads rumors for attention, but the Doordash girl hasn't uploaded for a week on her page, which has people questioning what's going on with her.
I just think that it's interesting to note that people are so invested in this situation, they're willing to go so far to prove their point that they're even generating Sora fake AI videos to prove that this girl broke into the house.
Leave the food by the door. No, I'm going in.
Okay, that's crazy. But surely, bro, like, you should know they're just trolling. There's no way people actually think this is the actual footage. If you actually believe this, then you're actually stupid. I'm not gonna lie. This is obviously fake. But I'm pretty sure they're just doing this for jokes, man. Don't take it seriously, man.
I am the victim! I am the victim! Leave the food on the door.
Oh, we're cooked.
Nah, I'm going in now. I am the victim! I am the victim!
These aren't even good AI videos. Now, you and I, as trained AI viewers on this channel, which I've got to do more AI videos because every time I text my mom, she like falls for some sort of AI scandal. It's a process, chat. It's a process. You've got to hold the hand of the elderly because people are falling for this actual content. They are thinking that this is real. And whether it turns out to be the
I can't lie, when we're older, we're all getting scammed by AI. I can't lie, man. AI is actually doing a good job, man. I've been seeing AI, saw AI clips of Jake Paul, HS Tiki Toki. It's actually starting to look decently realistic. Guys, imagine in a decade from now, 10, 20, 30 years from now, AI is going to cook, I can't lie. We won't be. I genuinely think we won't be able to distinguish between real life videos and AI in a couple of decades. That's not even crazy to say, because the growth of AI has actually been exponential. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Actual depiction or not the depiction. The question is, why are people so ready to put this disinformation and misinformation out there in order to get a win in the conversation? As stuff started to come out, I felt like I was almost in a CIA Black Mirror episode with how much to bat people were going for these different individuals. And on the flip side of the AI videos that were in defense of the man who was naked on the couch, there was also disinformation and misinformation put out in an attempt to protect the woman in the situation who claimed she was the SA victim.
Again, I can't say for certain if that is true or not. Now here's a picture of Austin and what he looks like. And yes, I did blur out somebody who was with him because
Why are you posting his face online? What are you doing, man? Why are you doing that? You're just looking for trouble. Oh my days. And of course it's look. Of course it's this guy. Of course it's this brother doing that. Why are you doing that? What was the point in that? Can we not keep... Oh my days. Now everybody knows how his face and his meat looks like. Yo, you're just taking the piss, bro. There was no need to do that. What on earth made you think... I'm crashing out. Why? What on earth made you think it was cool to do that, man? He's clearly in a very weird situation right now, legally and stuff. And I don't think he wants people to know what he looks like in a situation like this. And you have decided to... Feck, I think I've... Feck, I think I just broke my mouse. Oh my days. Oh, that's not even funny, man. Oh my days, man. Oh, oh, feck. Oh, that's not even funny, man. Oh, broke. Oh my days, man. This guy's making me crash out so much. Oh my days, I need broke my flipping mouse.
true or not. Now here's a picture of Austin and what he looks like. And yes, I did blur out somebody who was with him because that is not right to put her in the picture. But I did end up finding his Facebook and it was from the same town that he is in and everything tracks. Now I did end up finding his Twitter as well and he has not posted anything on the whole situation. Now lastly, Casey had said that there was a case on Austin. And as you can see, there was a case with Austin. I blurred out his last name because I don't want to dox anybody, but he did have a case for disorderly conduct. Now, looking more into the case, you can actually see that he was in trouble for indecent exposure, but since it was his first time, it got moved down to disorderly conduct.
Damn, so did he do this on purpose then? But is this true information? I'm so confused right now, man. I'm so confused.
And see, this is where I step out of the conversation. I don't know what type of day and age we're in, but the stuff that I'm seeing that people are willing to believe disinformation, misinformation, AI videos, fake content, etc., in order to prove their point, to get their shit off, is really, really strange and unbelievable.
The police also made a statement saying that his record was clean, that he's not done any of this before. So I think this is misinformation. That's why I'm kind of confused. People like to say stuff to push the narrative. There's people on Austin's side pushing fake narratives as well, with showing a video of the door closed. And there's people on the girl's side making false information to help her as well. So on both sides of the party, there's a lot of misinformation. And I don't understand why people like to throw out misinformation there. It's very harmful and detrimental to people's reputations and stuff.
I get it. You get some sort of instant gratification in the moment of being on the right side of history, but I promise you, there is no scorecard for Chatter 707. There's no scorecard for X creator when it comes to who's right or who's wrong on these different things. And ultimately, we have to check, and this is just another time, and I'm not saying that I'm not like totally blameless in this conversation, but this is another time where we have to check what we are putting out there, check what's being pushed to the forefront.
You guys need to fact check what you put out there, man. Like, for example, if you're writing an essay in university and you're referencing stuff, you gotta fact check it before you use those references. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Same thing you should do here, man. Because you're playing, like, these guys aren't characters. These are real people with real lives, with real social, like, you know, they have lives, they have families, loved ones. this can actually harm both sides. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Bring up those obviously bad AI videos in this conversation because I saw big TikTok creators actually put that shit on their page and pose it as real video. Forget if they get vindicated in December or whatever. That's not right. Like, that's just not right at all. And I know that people will be ready to jump on the bandwagon and kind of poo-poo on her for all the things that she's done in this situation, the potential lies that she's told, etc., etc.
Anyways, guys, that's it. You guys, let me know if there's anything you want me to react to tomorrow. I'm reacting daily, Monday to Friday, every single week, guys. Missing a few days here and there, but 90% of the time I'm going to be posting Monday to Friday. So you guys, let me know what you want me to react to next. And yeah, we're taking over the internet 2026. This our year. Leeko Reacts, we're taking over. Guys, I also post motivational content and self-improvement content on LeekoSpeaks. That's my YouTube Shorts channel. And we'll be posting long-form content there once a week on that. And also, guys, follow me on TikTok, LeekoSpeaks. And my Instagram, The Real Leeko. What else do I have? I also have a finance account called Finance with Leeko. So you guys, follow me there, and stay tuned. Peace.